let's say, cutting myself off from my previous drinking habit and all the gathering, social relationship here in Korea. Actually, at first, brought me quite huge blowback. That's for sure, because I restart my own business here in Korea, one of the major city in Korea. But the problem was I was I had been away from Korea almost 20 years. The previous 20 years, I was in China, right? So my resource in Korea for last, like, unprecedented 20 years, all diminished, all gone. Definitely, there was nothing for me to rely on at the time. And I was desperate help from my friends when I decided to move back to Korea and reestablish my business in a town where quite near from my hometown. And then in this city, I have so many of my all-time friends, my hometown friends here. So I I would have utilized their resource and their support to feel myself in this new environment. But the problem was, if I went back to their support, their resource, it means I have to step back into my old habit, drinking, and all the, like, hassles, emotional hassles between among friends, some political, like their own, like, political issues, right? Political, whatever, like personal, like, reasons, right? Many friends means at this age, there are many factions divided among themselves, right? So, like, life is although like something like, the Game of Thrones in everywhere, like just different place, different environment, right? And somebody wants to control more, like dominate more, all that kind of political and like power game, like a Game of Thrones. That was my recognition at the time about the new environment. Well, I'm gonna settle down, and then I don't want to dragging myself back to the same environment, but different location. So I decide go to on my own, completely on my own, without any support from the outside world. So I just resolute to stay alone, and that resolution lasts until now without fail. And I just doing my business completely under my own ownership without any support from anyone else. So quite funny thing. I've been here in this business in this town like almost nearly 10 years, but like my cafe don't have like my hometown friend customer. Although they want to have some kind of social gathering here, I just decline. I don't keep my old friends in my cafe as a customer. So like I'm a kind of quite infamous friend at in their eyes. I mean, personality wise, I'm kind of so hard wolf, completely like lone wolf. And anyway, I managed it until now, and ruling out and not having social gathering of my friend, all-time friend, as a customer here is my like one of the rule of thumb until now. And in that part, in a way, I'm kind of proud of myself. I just doing this business completely under my own ownership, my way of business. Although this type of lone wolf strategy, I cannot say, I don't know which way I have to put it, strategy or tactics, whatever, right? Let's say policy, my own policy, right? It might have dragged my business slow, right? Much slow than having support from my friend, all-time friends, like support. But anyway, I feel more comfortable with this way. So I don't regret about my resolution, the way I'm doing business, completely on my own ownership, rely on my own like will and wish. Anyway, the important thing is I have still survived in this tough business environment these days. Without relying on any kind of emotional help from alcohol, without any kind of like dispersive, confusing, like emotional clash, emotional struggle from those people who wants to confuse my emotional equilibrium by comparison or meddling, right? I mean, that's my feeling anyway, and I don't feel alone or I don't feel isolated. Anyway, I isolated myself for my own sake, for my own game. So I don't complain and I don't regret about my policy at all. Especially becoming more aged now than 10 years ago, definitely. I feel more secure in this way because surviving alone among the multitude. It means you've grown up so strong to live on your own ownership without emotional, like, depression or whatever.